Hey, 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 Gemini. Welcome to Soul Embers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all well and having a great start to the week. So let's have a look and see what can you expect in the week ahead when it comes to your love life. What is the vibe like and what is Spirit's message? What do they want you to know? They want you to focus on the here and now, Gemini. I feel that you have been really trying to, you've been spending a lot of time reflecting on what has happened in the past, and whether you're dating, you're in a situationship, or you're in a relationship, right? You've spent in recent weeks or months a lot of time reflecting on what's happened in the past and trying to make sure that you approach the situation in a different way so that you can get a more positive result on the other end. So you worry about what the future could bring based on what past experience is, and that's completely taking you away from the present moment when it comes to this person. Now, the connection with someone does not form by analyzing the past, and it does not form by putting things in place for the future. It forms in the present moment through experiences, right? So I feel that in the week ahead, Spirit is calling for you to be present, okay? Really calling for you to focus on where you are currently at, both emotionally, how you're feeling about the situation in the present moment, both emotionally and perhaps, what your gut feeling is saying. Yeah. And taking one day at a time. The week ahead is not about reaching for focusing on the big stuff, focusing on the big goals. It's about putting fuel into the present moment that is going to give the sustenance that's needed to go the distance. Okay, so it's about really fertilizing in that moment, right? So let's have a look and see. I'm going to pull out a number, guys, and it could be a special number for you. It could be your lucky number, but I'm essentially going to read out what the vibration of the number is. So you've pulled the number 6. And the number 6 is all about unconditional love. It's about selflessness. It holds the vibration of gratefulness, simplicity, faith, honesty. It's purity. Okay, it calls us to keep our ego in check and humble ourselves enough so that we can allow ourselves to feel, to drop our energy into our heart space and to speak from a purer place, right? So it feels like in the week ahead, Gemini, it's about connecting through the heart and heart conversations. It's about being present and enjoying the moments that you share, and not worrying about the future. Shifting your focus. If let's say you make a promise to yourself that you're going to shift your focus for all that week from reaching out and focusing on the future, and focus your energy in the present moment and exercising gratitude for whatever this brings to your life, as well as bringing more joy into the present moment and playfulness, you'd be surprised to see how focusing on that here and now is going to really, it's going to really inject a lot of good vibes into, and it's going to inject feelings of positivity about the direction this is going. So let's pull out a card and see what Spirit's message is for you. Okay, and we've got behave as though you have all the time in the world. Gemini, when this happens, it's like Spirit's message to you is loud and clear. Behave as though you have all the time in the world and still leave nothing undone that's truly important. So, picking your battles, prioritizing. Perhaps, start the week off by thinking about the areas in this relationship that have been neglected, that you feel have been neglected within yourself, right? And think about ways that you can attract a little bit of more nourishment in those areas. And you may feel that that they have been withholding, or withholding, let's say, emotion or intimacy, and you might be feeling that they're not as invested, or they're not showing signs of being as invested as what they used to, or so the only way you can really shift out of that, instead of waiting for them, is to put yourself in that energy of giving what it is that you want to receive to them, right? Giving to them what it is that you want to receive from them. So behave as though you have all the time in the world to be in the present moment. There are certain things that, like I said, start the week off perhaps by prioritizing not only the areas that need nourishing in the relationship, but maybe there are a few things in your personal life outside of the relationship that are taking a lot of your time and energy, and maybe they can be put on the back burner for just 1 week. It'll make the world of difference in reconnecting the two of you. And that way you still leave the things that are really important. Make sure you're addressing, the things that are really important. So let's break this down a little bit more to close this reading off. And if this reading resonates, guys, do comment below. I love reading your comments. They help me connect with your energy. And also, everything you need to know about me and Soul Embers can be found on our website. The link's in the description box below. If you're interested in personal readings, coaching sessions, I offer free discovery sessions. If you're interested, having a chat, I'd love to connect with you. So, one more card. Okay. All right. So let's see. It's a little bit difficult, right? It's a little bit difficult to focus on the here and now, and kind of, I feel like you're finding it difficult to see the hope, or find the hope that this can be mended. I think you may have lost a little bit of faith in love, because this may have to do with how you feel about love, and as a result, how it's affecting your dating life. But something may have happened in your existing situationship or relationship that's caused you to lose a little bit of faith in this situation. And so, you are deeply disappointed by certain things that have taken place. Perhaps you thought that this connection, and the cards fell. So freaking frustrating. Give me 1 second, guys, while I pick them up. Okay, I wanted to show you the cards at the bottom of the deck. The card at the bottom of the deck, which was the Lover's card. So, you may feel a very deep emotional connection with this person, and you may have felt that this started off really, really strong. It was heading in a positive direction, but something here has started to fizzle out. And it is causing you a hell of a lot of emotional disappointment. You may be focusing on what's not working. You really want to see this come together. You're trying to claw back that feeling that you had, right? That doesn't seem to be there right now. So rather than focusing on winning this battle, think about by focusing on the here and now, and focusing on nourishing the relationship in the present moment, despite, let's say, the disappointment, because I feel that you're invested in this and you want to see it go in a positive direction. So by continuing to focus on what hasn't worked, and by continuing to focus on the disappointment, you're only going to attract more disappointment and more of what hasn't worked into your present moment. So thinking about the big picture of what it is that you want to feel, that feeling that you used to get, and seeing where those gaps are and really trying to inject through your own proactiveness that type of feeling into it is going to allow you to receive the same in return. So I hope you guys found that helpful. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you for your next lot of readings. Bye, Gemini.